At the very start of the episode, the scene is set at a castle during the night. A man standing on the battlements observes a figure approaching and says, "Another hitman." As the figure draws closer, the man in the mask seems to recognize the danger, looking at the main character and saying, "I think this one is a very dangerous hitman. I should stay away from him." However, he immediately attacks the hero, initiating an incredibly intense and fierce fight. The main character wins, brutally defeating the masked man by breaking his leg and then his arm. The defeated man, in his last moments, expresses a twisted sense of honor. "It's my good fortune that I get to die at the hands of such an assassin." The setting abruptly shifts to the present day in a school, where a group of boys are chatting excitedly about a party, introducing everyone by name. One boy, reading a manga, is approached by another. The boy confirms he reads sometimes and, when asked if he likes it, smiles and says, "Yeah, I love it very much." Two other boys in the background are talking about a quiet classmate. One asks, "By the way, who's that guy?" And the long-haired boy replies, "Oh, him. That's Akira. He doesn't talk to anyone much. He spends most of his time alone. People don't even notice if he's in class or not." Akira, meanwhile, is thinking to himself, "Well, small troubles are part of my life. But what's about to happen next? Maybe I'm not ready for it yet." Suddenly, a strange, magical light or enchantment circle emanates from Akira's phone, and all the students are instantly teleported to another world. An old man appears, frantically trying to calm the panicking students. "Everyone, calm down and listen to me carefully. Our king wants to speak with you." He has to yell a second time, "Didn't you hear me? I told you to stay quiet," before the students fall silent, wondering aloud, "What's going on? Have we actually been teleported to another world? Is this some kind of isekai world?" The king then appears, welcoming them. "Welcome to the world of Morgan. This is the world of humans. But right now, we're on the verge of being attacked by monsters. We've been told that a hero will come from another world to save us, and we believe that one of you might be that hero who will defeat the Demon King and protect our land." The students are thrilled, exclaiming, "Oh wow, this is going to be fun, just like an isekai world." The old man directs them to a glowing circle. "You need to come here, place your hand inside it, and say your class. It will reveal what kind of power or magic you have." The first boy who runs up is told his stats are better than average, and is assigned to the lizard category to fight alongside the hero. As the students check their classes, Akira's friend tells him, "Hey Akira, I'm a knight. What about you?" Akira replies, "Me? I'm an assassin." His friend says it suits him perfectly. Then, a boy named Tsukasa checks his stats, which are 1,000 attack points. Everyone is shocked, as the old man proclaims Tsukasa the hero because his stats are double the average human's 500 points. The students cheer for Tsukasa. Akira checks his own stats privately, finding his points are around 1,800, significantly higher. He decides to keep it a secret. If 1,000 is considered strong, then mine are way beyond that. But I shouldn't reveal my identity yet. I don't know who these people truly are or what they want. For some reason, I feel suspicious about them. He uses his skill to hide his presence, vanishing before his friend can turn back around to look at him. Afterward, the students are led through a big gate to their rooms. Akira, still invisible and undetected, secretly follows them, noticing magical surveillance orbs watching everyone. He realizes they are being observed. Sneaking into a dirty old room, he finds and dons a dark cloak, saying, "This looks like an assassin's outfit. I should wear it." Fully dressed, Akira stands on the castle, contemplating the situation. What's going on in this world? Why were we summoned here in the first place? He hears voices and uses his presence cancellation again. He overhears the king talking to the princess. The king asks if the summoned children are dangerous. The princess reassures him, "No, they come from a world where magic doesn't even exist. They're no threat." The king tells her to keep this secret from them. They must not know too much about our world. Highly suspicious now, Akira briefly appears behind the king, poised to assassinate him, but then stops and silently leaves. The king turns around, sensing a strange presence, but finds no one. The next day, the summoned students enjoy a grand feast, amazed by the food. Tsukasa motivates them. "Don't you think we should get stronger? We need to help the king and protect this world from the demon lord." Everyone agrees, but a quiet Akira mutters, "These idiots don't even realize the king and queen are their enemies." A knight named Saren introduces himself as their instructor. "My name is Saren, and I'll be your instructor. I'll train you in combat so that you never lose in battle." He and his partner promise to make them warriors. Akira stands aside, thinking, "These fools are being brainwashed. Anyway, I don't care about them." Saren surprises Akira by following and appearing behind him, asking for his name. Akira is shocked that he was seen, despite using full presence cancellation. Saren smiles and explains, "Your presence cancellation is active, but my eyes can detect temperature differences. I can see you through heat. So, what's your name?" Akira replies, "It's Akira." Saren asks him to keep their conversation a secret from the king, and Akira nods. They sit and talk. Akira admits he knows nothing about the world or magic, Confirming his presence cancellation is at 100% to Saren's astonishment. Akira then adds, "But my combat skills are only level 1. Saren offers to train him, explaining he is loyal, but in return, Akira must tell him stories about Japan and his life there. Akira agrees, making a deal. Days of hard training pass for Akira and the other students. Another knight questions Saren about his focus on Akira, but Saren insists because he's special. He can use full-level presence cancellation. Only one legendary hero could ever do that. When the knight calls it impossible, Saren reiterates that Akira is different. Saren tells Akira it is time to leave for now. Akira later shows Saren a strange, scary book he found, calling it terrifying. Saren recognizes it and asks to see it. Akira hands it over, admitting, "Well, I wrote it myself." Saren is surprised, asking if the book's contents are true. Akira confirms it. Yes, the king here can alter people's faith at will, and we can't do anything about it. Akira asks Saren if killing the king would fix things. Saren counters that being an assassin doesn't always mean killing. It can also mean protecting people. He asks how Akira would face his mother and sister if he became a murderer, and Akira agrees that Saren is right. Later, as the group travels through a town, they are cheered by villagers for clearing a small dungeon. Akira finds the attention suspicious. He notices a mysterious girl watching and instantly appears behind her. She jumps, asking when he arrived. Akira warns her, "Listen, everyone here treats you nicely now, but you don't know what's coming. You're all going to be sacrificed." The girl calmly replies, "I see. Maybe we'll meet again someday." Akira confirms, "Yes, we will." The final scene is set in a dungeon. Akira and his team are easily defeating small beasts. Elsewhere, Tsukasa is surrounded by monsters. He remembers a magic orb the princess gave him, saying it would help in danger. He throws it, but it summons a huge monster, a minotaur. Panic ensues. Just as the minotaur attacks, Akira appears, attacking it head-on. He rushes to Tsukasa, whose arms are broken, and demands his sword. Akira then runs to Saren, saying, "Now it's your turn to finish it." Saren lifts his sword, praying, "Oh Lord, grant me power to destroy this beast." His sword shines brightly. A huge light flashes upward, and the powerful attack lands, destroying the screaming minotaur and leaving everyone in shock. The episode ends there. Episode 2 starts right where the last episode ended. Akira activates his shadow magic, and controlling that shadow, Akira creates many spikes, pierces the monster with them, and kills it, trapping it underground. But then, his magic started going out of control. Just then, the commander goes behind Akira, calms him down, and gives him some support. With this, Akira finally managed to control his magic. He looks at the commander and says, "I survived." The commander says, "It was a lot of trouble for you to use it, but you did well." In the next scene, the commander was thanking Akira, but Akira says, "If you hadn't given me backup, I wouldn't have been able to do it." The commander tells him that he had never heard of that magic before, and since Akira hasn't learned it properly yet, he advises him not to use it too often. He then gives Akira a katana that was forged by the first hero. Akira asks, "Why are you giving this to me instead of the hero?" The commander replies that the hero already has a holy sword, and if this katana went to him, he would come under the king's scrutiny. He also mentions that he stole it from the treasure vault, and that's why he doesn't want to draw attention. Hearing this, Akira happily agrees. He sees that the katana has incantations written on it, saying that the blade will guide the wielder in times of need. Reading this, both of them express a desire to meet the first hero. Akira then asks about Tsukasa, as the curse on him was not breaking, no matter how much magic was used. The scene shifts to where the princess was demanding, "Tsukasa, be my puppet and wear the mask of a false hero." Just then, Akira breaks the crystal so that the curse on Tsukasa is broken. Seeing this, the princess asks, "Who is there?" and starts to panic. Hearing her, Akira points his sword at her and says that a witch who curses others is no royalty, and he asks her why she is doing this. The princess replies that it is all for the king's benefit. Akira questions why she is following the king's orders, but the princess simply repeats that it is all for the king. Akira then leaves the scene without doing anything. We then see the princess opening a drawer filled with many more crystals. She looks at these crystals and names the puppets, who are all Akira's classmates. The scene shifts. Akira tells the commander everything. The commander asks him if he showed his face to the princess. Upon hearing Akira's answer, he tells him to go rest, but not in the castle. He warns that they might come to kill him now, as the princess cannot make him a puppet without seeing his status, and will therefore try to eliminate him. Akira asks, "Will they scold me?" The commander says, "I know your youthful enthusiasm led you to reveal yourself for information, so now let your elders fix your mistake." Hearing this, Akira says, "I wish the people in my world were like you." The commander happily replies, "Take me to your world. I want to know about it too." The scene shifts. We see Akira, who had spent the night in a tree. Suddenly, his eyes open due to some noise. He goes to investigate. He sees Tsukasa, who looks normal now. Tsukasa suddenly becomes sad, calling out the commander's name. Akira Akira immediately rushes forward, pushing everyone aside. He sees that the commander has been killed. He is deeply saddened. But then his classmates say, "How shameless you are. That dagger is yours. You must have killed him." And they start blaming him. Hearing this, Akira says, "You all clearly saw that my dagger was broken." But then he realizes that they are all the princess's puppets. Just then, the king arrives and says, "You will be punished for killing the commander," with the princess smiling beside him. At the king's order, all the soldiers rush toward Akira. Akira quickly uses his conceal presence skill to get away. He then calls out to Gills. Gills tells him that the commander was killed by the king's direct assassin squad, the Night Ravens, and that they are now after him. Gills tells him to go to the commander's room, where arrangements have been made for his escape. As Akira leaves, Gills wishes for his safety. Akira sees a pouch left for him and realizes that the commander knew something like this might happen. He turns back to look at the castle one last time, mournfully says the commander's name, and flees. The scene shifts. The princess is talking to the king, saying, "Now we just need a reason, and then we can easily wage war on the Eastern Kingdom." The king says that the children will be their pawns, and he orders the princess to have the Night Ravens keep an eye on them. The princess replies, "As you wish," and gives an evil smile. The scene shifts. Akira is recalling all of the commander's words where he had advised, "Whenever someone is after you, go into the labyrinth." The commander told him that he can't fully hide his presence yet, but to achieve perfection, he needs to train and advance his skills. He added that once he levels his special skill to level 100, he will become powerful and be able to hide his presence properly. We see Akira fighting all the monsters. He then arrives at the floor boss's gate, knowing he cannot advance without defeating it, and to get stronger, he must clear the floors. He goes in front of the boss. As the fight starts, the monster brutally beats Akira, even drawing blood. Seeing this, Akira thinks, "I must avenge the commander. I can't give up." He then uses his shadow magic and finishes off the monster with spikes, but then he passes out. Akira's internal system says that shadow magic has advanced. Akira then heals using the absorbed mana from the monster he killed with shadow magic. The scene shifts. Tsukasa is telling his classmates that he is going to defeat the demon lord. However, no one agrees to go with him. Seeing this, Tsukasa looks at them all and thinks, so this is because of the curse. Just then, Kurosuke says, "I'll come with you." Slowly, a few others also agree to go. As they step outside the town, Tsukasa says, "I got out of here quite easily." He then asks everyone why they agreed to come with him. The one with Dispel Magic explains that she removed the curse from these people using her magic. Kurosuke explains, "I accidentally cut a crystal kept in a secret room. I don't remember anything before that, and then I just found this katana." They all start to leave, watched by Gills from behind. Gills says, "I have fulfilled the commander's last order." Everyone starts heading toward Akira. Kurosuke thinks about Akira, how he always kept himself away from people. We then see a past scene where Kurosuke sees Akira working and goes up to him. Akira asks him not to tell anyone in class, as he wants to hide this even from his sister. Coincidentally, both their sisters were friends. The scene returns to Akira, who is having a dream about Kurosuke. He wakes up and wishes it were true. He realizes he is no longer in pain. He quickly opens his status, where his stats have increased a lot. He is shocked that his HP is almost full, even though his ribcage was broken and his legs were poisoned during the fight. His shadow magic also increased by 2 levels after just one use. He doesn't understand any of this, so he continues forward. As he is walking, a large slime appears in front of him. After killing the slime, Akira sees a single elf. He tries to scan her using his world eye-like skill, but he sees too many things at once, which he can't handle, so he decides not to use it. The elf regains consciousness. Akira asks her, "Are you alright?" The elf says, "I'm fine." But Akira knows she is lying because he checked her stats, which were down to 2%. He suspects this elf might also have a world eye-like skill. When the elf asks, Akira tells her that they are on the 75th floor of the continent's Great Labyrinth. The elf calls out Akira's name directly and asks, "What are you doing here?" Hearing this, Akira says, "I came here to level up, and I knew you could see my status, but you could have just asked my name directly." Just then, due to her sickness, she faints. In the next scene, we see both of them after the elf wakes up. Akira gives her water. The elf was hungry, so Akira gives her some warm food and tells her to eat slowly. The elf asks, "Do you know how to treat illness? And what have you written on that stone?" Akira replies that his mother was always sick, so he is used to it, and he wrote 69 on the stone. He writes numbers on every floor so that he doesn't get lost. The elf asks, "Why did you bring me from 75 to 69? And you didn't touch me, did you?" Akira says, "Because this floor has water, and I didn't do anything to you." The elf says, "I belong to a royal family. No one has ever been this kind to me before." Akira says, "Yes, I saw that." And seeing her asleep, he also falls asleep. The elf then turns over, happily looks at him and says, "Even though this stone is hard, it gives me warmth." In the next scene, they both work together to kill a monster. Akira asks her, "You've recovered, so why are you following me?" The elf says that she is going the same way and admits he is strong, but she can also protect herself. Further ahead, they see a dragon that attacks them. Akira hardens himself and advances. The elf attacks the dragon with her gravity magic, but the dragon still manages to hit Akira. The elf tells Akira that the dragon can sense his mana and see him, so he should spread his mana around. However, Akira cannot do that yet. Akira then attacks it with his shadow magic magic to distract it, climbs onto the dragon, and stabs his sword into its middle eye. The dragon starts to fall, so Akira takes the elf and moves to the side. The elf asks Akira, "What was that?" Akira explains, "I can't blend my mana with the surroundings yet. It's too complicated. That's why I did the opposite." Even the elf is shocked to hear this. A shining light emerges from the dragon, and with this, the episode ends.